Thank you to tune in to RONYTV podcast local news and international news. Let's begin. A federal judge has temporarily blocked the Trump administration's move to revoke Harvard University's ability to enroll international students. Harvard filed the lawsuit just a day after the Department of Homeland Security said it would terminate the school's certification that authorizes it to enroll international students and scholars. We continue. President Trump has announced a 50% tariff on all European Union imports starting June 1st, citing stalled negotiations. He also threatened a 25% tariff on smartphones not manufactured in the U.S., directly impacting companies like Apple and Samsung. In other news, the dismantling of USAID has led to the suspension of preventive HIV services, causing a surge in infections and jeopardizing the rollout of lenacapavir, a biannual injectable drug. Elon Musk has faced criticism over the resulting chaos. Prior to DOJ's cuts and the Trump administration's freeze on foreign aid, the U.S. was involved in a wide range of HIV/AIDS treatment and prevention programs across dozens of countries. We continue. The Justice Department has drastically scaled back its support for anti-crime initiatives across the country, leaving law enforcement agencies and private groups scrambling to try to replace the money. The cuts were announced in late April, and the Council on Criminal Justice estimates 300 grants were terminated, totaling about $400 million. In every year, on the last Monday in May, the U.S. honors fallen military service members for Memorial Day. The holiday, originally called Decoration Day, was formalized in 1868 by a Memorial Day order issued by the Grand Army of the Republic's Commander-in-Chief, John A. Logan. It was not until May 22, 1863, that the U.S. War Department established the Bureau of Colored Troops, enabling black men to serve as soldiers. China has pledged $500 million to the World Health Organization over the next 5 years, stepping in as the top state donor following the U.S. withdrawal. This move is seen as part of China's strategy to expand its influence in global health governance. Chinese Vice Premier Liu Guozhong told the World Health Assembly that his country is making the contribution to oppose unilateralism. In other news, a group of 59 white Afrikaners who have been given refugee status by the Trump administration arrived at Dulles Airport outside Washington, D.C., on a charter flight paid for by the U.S. government. The South Africans will now have a pathway to U.S. citizenship and be eligible for government benefits. We continue. Governor Gavin Newsom has proposed a revised 2025-26 state budget to address a projected $12 billion shortfall. The measures include scaling back Medi-Cal coverage for undocumented immigrants, eliminating coverage for certain weight loss drugs, and reallocating funds from climate programs to bolster wildfire response efforts. Brian K. Williams, 31, a former Los Angeles deputy mayor, will plead guilty to reporting a bomb had been placed in City Hall last year to law enforcement. He was charged with one felony count of making an explosives threat. The charge carries a maximum sentence of 10 years in federal prison. During a recent session at the Organization of American States, OAS, Haiti's defense minister Jean-Michel Moïse accused the Dominican Republic, the United States, and Colombia of exacerbating the country's security crisis through the illegal trafficking of arms and drugs, which he claims is fueling gang violence and destabilizing Haiti. Joseph Kabila, former president of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, has attacked the country's justice system after the Senate voted to lift his immunity, paving the way for him to be prosecuted for alleged treason and war crimes. The 53-year-old, who denies supporting the Rwanda-backed rebels who have seized 2 major cities in the country's conflict-battered east, has been in self-imposed exile since 2023. The blackout hit the city of Cannes and surrounding towns, depriving 140,000 households of power supply, said French electricity transmission system operator RTE. Foul play is suspected in the outage. In sport news, Brooklyn Nets owner Joe Tsai has invested in the newly launched Asian University Basketball League, AUBL, aiming to emulate the excitement of March Madness in Asia. Stay tuned to Ronnie TV podcast Don Don 604. Editorial is next.
And I can't change, even if I tried, even if I wanted to. My love, my love, my love, she keeps me warm. 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 She keeps me warm.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
Love is kind. Love is patient.
Thank you people to tune in to Ronnie TV podcast. I'm your host, Don Don 604. We're going to have a wonderful show. Let me tell you, hey, if you want to be involved in public access, you want to be involved in camera work, you want to be involved in producing a show like that, you have to come to Padnet TV. They're located in 117 West Victoria and Long Beach, Victoria Street and Long Beach. So most likely, they're going to give you all the equipment, all the studio time. You got to pay a membership, just to help, to support, not to pay, to support your endeavor, to support your journey, to support your training, to support your dream. That's what it is. Yeah, and without them, you will never be able to see me, to watch me. I know you got Facebook, like you say, YouTube, but more distribution deal you have, the more you're going to be on people's face. If you have a message, entertain, inform, educate, to give, to show, to announce, that's the right platform. Obviously, you cannot, publicize commercial, public access. It's for the people, you understand? And public access is free speech. Thank you again, people, to tune in to Ronnie TV podcast. For those of you who's watching me with your smartphone, with your internet TV, your smart TV, I salute you. So we're going to take a quick break and come back and to right back in the news. Hey, stay tuned. Thank you again, people, to tune in to Ronnie TV podcast. If you don't like my sauce, get your own source. It's a recap of the news, all the, news could trigger you, all the news you concern, My news is your news. This is my motto, too, also, you know what I'm saying? I'm well educated, so that's what I say. I'm concerned and I'm well aware of, the news. Sometimes it's, how could I say that? It's the convergence, it's a lot of news. Sometimes it's got fake news. Even you got to decorticate the fake news to see what's real, what's fake, Yes, today, Gaza crisis. We got a Gaza crisis. It's intensified. It is intensified. So I really condemn, that war on both sides. But right now they see it's more like Israeli airstrike, and it's going bombard, and they say that's allowed to limited aid delivery after international pressure. So they say they block that, so they don't want they want to starve those Palestinians. And I don't know you guys, man. I can't really how could I say that? How do I like I say, I'm not an expert, but I'm a humanitarian. I could see the world where it's going in your little plot. I know also Israeli don't treat black people right also. I'm not trying to say Jewish, but I know when you go there, we have update. You guys don't treat black people, dark-skinned people in a good way. I believe the Palestinians are dark, or they're also white too. But now you have a war who doesn't want to finish. The story they're saying, you guys left more than 2,000 years and you want to come back. Yes, you got it's legitimized to come back home, because I'm sure your people die in the soil, and your people fertilize the soil also. It's not funny, but this is what it is. But what's today? You guys got to stop. So they said the UK, France, and Canada have condemned Israel action, and they want to sanctionize you. They want to put sanction on you, and if that hostility continue, So in other news, they said Mohammed Sinwar is the Hamas de facto leader. Allegedly is killed, believed to have been killed in Israel airstrike targeting a hideout beneath the European hospital in Khan Yunis. So the Israeli military has intensified operation, launching like around 600 airstrike across Gaza. Wow, you guys want to kill these people. You got to stop. I don't know how you get the ammunition, how you get the the guns, how you get that. That's another story, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so they say the Hamas leader Mohammed Sinwar allegedly was killed. So again, and also in the same news as the war time, it's Russian signal willingness for Ukraine to talk. So apparently Putin said, okay, I have time now. I have time to talk to you. What do you want? Again, so they say, I guess, I heard they were saying, Donald Trump said, hey, if I'm not on the table and Putin is not, nothing will happen. I guess nothing will happen. I guess you're the one who's feeding the Ukraine people. I don't know. So this is after a 2-hour call with U.S. President Donald Trump. Russian President Vladimir Putin stated that Russia is ready to work towards ending the Ukraine conflict. However, the U.S. remain cautious, with Vice President J.D. Vance expressing openness to abandon negotiation if Russia does not show genuine interest. So again, who am I to talk? Because who am I to talk? What's happening in my country? My beloved country, Haiti. You know how it is. We're going to talk about that later on, but please, Putin. I don't know if you listen to. I'm sure you speak English. I don't want to say, handle your business, but I would like to say, solve your business. If it's you a big leader have to also. I know if you trying to show the force, that's mean you're trying to strong. You don't want to negotiate. You say, oh no, like you're a tough leader. It's not about that. People are suffering. People are dying on both sides. You got to stop that. We're going to pray for that so you could stop. You could stop that. So let me put a quick break and come back after these messages. Thank you, people, to tune in, and welcome back. Welcome back. For those of you who just tune in to with your smartphone, with your smart TV, I'm the real McCoy. Thank you to tune in to RONYTV podcast. And if you want to be involved in broadcasting, if you want to be involved in, producing a show on public access, have free speech, go enroll into Padnet TV, Padnet the Hub. They're located in Long Beach, 117 Long Beach, So please, it's without them, you will never be able to hear my show. You heard that before. In the meantime, it's also free speech. Public access is free speech. Remember that. And to continue, that one, we know what's going on. But they say Joe Biden is diagnosed with aggressive cancer. They say Joe Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer that has metastasized to his bone. Despite the severity, the disease is hormone sensitive, giving his medical team hope for effective management. Prostate cancer, dementia, prostate cancer. I don't know what kind of disease he's got, but you can't let us down like that, Joe. You can't let us down like that, Joe. You got to fight the good fight. We're going to pray for Joe Biden too. So at least you could have a peaceful retirement. In other news, Wendy McCann, president and CEO of CBC News, has resigned. So I don't know. It seems like it's. They said she resigned because that they followed the 60-minute executive producer Bill Owens, and Bill Owens had a legal battle with former President Donald Trump. That's bad, that's bad. So hopefully, I don't know if you could get a black guy at the CEO. I don't know. Why not? America is so polarized. America is so segregated. I could see that. It's so sad. Bias. So I guess we're gonna wish Miss Wendy good luck in the new venture. You know what I'm saying? So welcome to I don't know. She's gonna apply for EI, an employment benefit. I don't know, but they got contacts. She got good salary. I'm sure she could live off that for all her life. You know what I'm saying? So good luck, Miss Wendy. And Bill Owens, handle your business now. They saying there is severe weather in central U.S. The tornado outbreak, they said at least 33 tornadoes are reported. So they say around 20 people die, or more than that. So we gotta. If you don't have to go out, stay home, barricade yourself. Central United States, global warning. Let's take a quick break and we come back with more message, with more news. Stay tuned to RONYTV podcast. Thank you for tuning in to RONYTV podcast. I'm your host, Don604. And international news. Mali. I had a lot of Malian friends too. The women are beautiful. So there's a big protest. The pro-democracy protests in Mali have intensified. Follow the government dissolution of all political parties and suspension of the political activities. So yeah, I believe the international, condemn that. But it's time for African to, to solve their problem. Stop counting on the Western world to help you. Stop. I don't know. They always say with revolution is always with war, but I don't know what to tell you. You don't have to result in war all the time. Fix your problem, with communication, and stop getting involved with Western world. So as you know, I'm Canadian too. We have a Canadian concern. It's a rapper. Tory Lanez, the rapper, Mr. Daystar Patterson. So they said they jack him in prison. And they are choppy. They jacking like 14 times. They put a knife on him 14 times. So they said the attack result in collapsing lungs and multiple stab wounds to his back, torso, head, and face. So despite the severity of his injuries, Lanez is now breathing on his own and is reported to be in good spirit. I don't know, man. Why? It's a big debate that. Apparently they find new evidence it was not him who shot Megan Thee Stallion. That's what it is. They say it was not. Canadian, we're not like that. We're not aggressive. We're not like that. We always like to say sorry, Canadian. So apparently the alleged attacker is Santino Casio. They say he's serving a life sentence for second degree murder, and as prior as a conviction for assaulting another inmate. So they said they place him in restricted housing pending the outcome of an investigation by prison authority. So, and the office of the Inspector General. My boy is serving a 10-year sentence, December 2022. The conviction for the 2020 shooting for rapper Megan Thee Stallion. So they say the Lanez Tory's legal team as presenting new claim suggests he did not fire the weapon, alleging that Megan's former friend Kelsey Harris was the shooter.
Got a quarter?